Good afternoon, I'm back making another video. It is 5:01 in the afternoon on Wednesday the 19th. I just took a quick ride through town in Cape May, and I'm going to take a ride down to Cape May Point, and I'm starting this video at Key West Taco in front of the sign giving mileage directions to various points of interest around the world. So I'm going to read this sign in case you cannot read it on the video. Reading from the top to the bottom. The first is Sunset Beach, 2.3 miles to the left. Next is Isle Morada, which is 1,274 miles. Then Washington Street Mall, a half a mile behind me. Next is the city of Miami, 1,157 miles. Key Largo, 1,255 miles. Hawaii, no miles, so I guess you have to guess. London is 3,580 miles. Folly Beach is 689 miles. Havana is 1,435 miles. Paris, France, 3,743 miles. Then the North Pole, 3,532 miles. And China, 7,270 miles. So I'm going to take a ride down to Sunset Beach. This is Wilbraham Park. They have a lot of sort of festivals in this little park with a lot of artsy things during the Lima Bean Festival, the Strawberry Festival. Last weekend, there was a community-wide yard sale in West Cape May. My wife is a big yard sailor. She goes yard sailing down here every Friday and Saturday morning. And this past weekend, on Saturday, it was a community-wide yard sale, meaning I guess all of the residents of the community agreed to have a yard sale this past weekend. And every street, we went up and down every street, and in my wife's eternal hunt for the ultimate bargain. And she got a couple of things, but it's more just the fun of going out. It's a nature conservatory. So I'm going down Sunset Boulevard, which will dead end at Sunset Beach. And that is where the sunken concrete ship is, the SS Atlantis, which I mentioned on, probably several other videos, but, for those that didn't watch them, the SS Atlantis is, what the name implies, a concrete ship. And it was one of 24 concrete ships commissioned during World War I by Woodrow Wilson as president. There was an acute shortage of steel in the U.S. During World War I. So Woodrow Wilson commissioned the construction of 24 concrete ships. And what they found was that the ships, because of their weight, were not very maneuverable and not very effective, and none of the 24, it's my understanding, none of the 24 ever saw action during World War I. But following the conclusion of the First World War, the SS Atlantis actually brought troops back to the U.S. from Europe. And I don't think all 24 ships were actually built. I think that a small handful were, of which one was the SS Atlantis. And this is a World War II lookout tower for German U-boats. But it was, meaning the SS Atlantis, was decommissioned, and it was sent to Virginia, someplace down in Virginia, a graveyard for naval ships. But before that took place, the ship was purchased and intended to be used as a docking station for the Cape May Lewis ferry. Stalled out here. Sorry about that. So it was brought back up to be used as a docking station for the Cape May Lewis ferry, but it never quite made it to there. It was docked. It was, off the shore here, and ran aground and sank, and it's been there ever since. So if you can see, the portion of it still sticking out of the water. This is Sunset Beach. A lot of Cape May diamonds are found on this beach. And this is the site of the coffin flag ceremony at the end of every day. When they lower this flag, they play, I think they play this, either America the Beautiful or the Star Spangled Banner, and they play taps. And it's a very moving thing to see. I should come over and film it someday, because in the heart of the summer, the beaches are full here of visitors, and they all stand up and come and stand around the flag and put their hands over their hearts out of respect for the fallen soldier. And the flag is an actual coffin flag of a veteran. And this is the grill. Decent place for a burger and fries, and watching the scene on the beach. And directly in front of me is a Sunset Beach gift shop, and that's where you go to make arrangements if you want to have a relative's flag who is a deceased veteran, if you want to have his flag flown for a day. You go in there. I'm going to take a quick run through Cape May Point. I'm not going to spend a lot of time, at least I don't intend to. This is Lake Lilly off to the left. I think Lake Lilly had some importance in actually the War of 1812 with Great Britain. This was a source of drinking water, freshwater drinking water, and the British were using it for that. So locals actually at the time, I understand, dug a trench from Lake Lilly out to the ocean so that it would allow salt water to flow into Lake Lilly at the time anyway, to destroy the source of fresh drinking water for the British troops. And I've mentioned every time I've come over here how beautiful I find this community. And this is Lake Lilly. Very peaceful and serene. Take a quick run over to the lighthouse. just going to make a quick U-turn here. I'm not going to drive back in the interest of trying to make this a little bit shorter of a video. And it looks like there's some activity at St. Mary's by the Sea, the retreat. There's a story in the newspaper recently that I read. I've talked about this many times, St. Mary's by the Sea. It was a retirement home for St. Joseph's Catholic nuns, and became a retreat house. And it looks like they are giving some tours. You can see the people lined up waiting to get in. And the St. Joseph's nuns announced the closure of this. And there's a lot of debate about what it would become, what would happen to the land. And they announced that it was just going to be, I'm not sure what this means, but sort of returned to nature. It's obviously a very valuable piece of real estate, and a lot of history for the building itself. So people were saddened at the thought that it was either going to be torn down or sold or made into something else. But a story recently came out that at one time, I think it may have functioned as a stopover for the Underground Railroad during the Civil War. And if that's the case, it might result in it not being demolished or shut down. So we'll see. Coming up on the gingerbread church. I think it's St. Peter's Episcopal Church. Right there, St. Peter's by the Sea. It's a beautiful garden. My last stop over here is going to be to take a run over to the general store. See, I don't think it's open. And I think I went too far, so I'm going to turn and go back. And there is the general store. No, it is closed. So I guess the owners haven't found new tenants for it yet. It's a shame. This was another landmark, the sign General Store, Cape May Point, since 1946. So that is my ride through Cape May Point, and I will conclude this video and make my way back home, and maybe when I get up further into West Cape May, I'll turn the camera on again just to record the ride back to North Cape May again. Take care and thanks for watching.